Hi everyone, welcome. Uh, Hi everyone, my new episode of Peter's English podcast has started right now. I'm your host Peter, I'm 34 years old, I like learning English and doing my Peter's English podcast. I decided learning English because learning English is my hobby. I like learning English and doing my podcast. I want to visit foreign countries. I want to live without language barriers. I want to have better paid job, and I want to meet other learners of English language who like learning English. There are the same fanatics like me. They like learning English, and they like doing their own podcast about their own topics in English. A section has been started. Streaming and recording of my new episodes of Peter's English podcast is always fun. Peter, don't be shy. It's no one cares about your podcast. You are doing because you like learning English and doing your podcast. Yes, this is people for me. No worry, I don't want to have problems with myself. I hope. Hold your fingers. And we can continue. I'm your host Peter. I am 44 years old. Yes. You have listened to it. I like learning English because learning English is my hobby. I like doing my podcast. I've been learning English since August 2022. The first year I was learning English grammar, but then I found English teachers and influencers who has opened my eyes, because there are topics of learning English that you have to do. You have to practice your listening skills. You have your writing skills, your speaking skills, English grammar, pronunciation, and you have to do it all. And the best way have to practice your listening skills is find your own English podcast, because there are a lot of English podcasts that you can listen to, and you can listen to your English podcast when you are doing something. You can do every work that you want to do it at home. I really recommend you. For me, it's a great hobby. I like doing something at home while I'm listening to my favorite English podcast. I really recommend you to listen to my favorite English podcasts, because they are funny, educational, and perfect for everyday listening. You can listen to natural English conversations where is a lot of humor, fun, and education. Then you have to practice your writing skill, and the best way how to do it is write your own stories in English. Create your own novel like me. I created my novel. It's called Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary. It's about the female vampire girl. She is called Viera, who lives with her parents in modern Slovakia, and she lives with her boyfriend Peter. Yes, people, I've chosen my name because I like doing fun of myself, and I decided to call my main female character Viera because I've chosen it, because I've chosen for this name. There are a lot of women with the same name. I don't care. I wanted only have fun, because my novel Viera the Vampire Girl Diary is about fun, because I like doing fun of myself and of my life and of my work, but I don't want to be offensive against anyone. Yes, I don't want. Then, yes, Peter, don't forget that you have to tell people that you have to that writing your own fairy tales or stories that you like is the best option for practice or writing skills in English, and you have to publish it in your podcast, because I like podcasting, and for you is the best option for practicing your speaking skills in English. Podcasting. Create your own English podcast about your own hobbies in English. It can really help you with your speaking skills, with your appearance. You can defeat your shying, and I think is the better idea, creating your own English podcast about your hobby than recording yourself and do for nothing, because you can build something that you like to do it, and it can be your hobby forever. And I think that learning English and doing their own English podcast can be a very good hobby for everyone, and for time of the whole year. Yes. But yes, of course, you have to practice your speaking skills when you want to speak English fluently. You have to do it every day, because if you don't do it, you cannot speak English. And don't care about people who are bad, evil, or because they are wanted to have fun only. Don't care about this kind of people. You like learning English and doing your podcast. And yes, I want to tell you that everyone who doesn't like my podcast, or and everyone who want to make fun of me, don't go away. Don't care about me. Find something other, because if you hate me and you want to make fun of me, I don't care at first, and the second time, it's sad that you are trying to do hating skills, to practice your hating skills on me in your free time. I don't care. It's my business, people. It's my hobby, and no one can be mean to me. And it's my hobby. I like learning English and doing my podcast, and that's all. And my podcast is for learners of English. I want to recommend you, and I want to share with you how to learn English in the modern way, with a lot of humor and fun. And creating your own English podcast is the best way how to do it. And I really recommend you to write your own stories in English, create your own novel like me. Create your own main character that can be about your hobbies that you like, and create novel about this character. And because you can practice your writing skills in English, because you have to do it, and it can be fun for you. And create your own dialogues, because in this case you can do something interesting, and you can and in this case you can see that learning English and creating your podcast and writing your own stories in English can be a really fun way how to what to do in your free time, and I really recommend you because you can change your life, you can have fun for the whole year, and there are a lot of English content, and now I want to tell about my way that I've been watching my favorite movies and series in English, and I've been listening to my favorite English podcasts and audiobooks from August 2023, and I discovered that I like it because there are a lot of interesting English content that can be interesting for you, and it can change your opinions and your life. What you have to practice here, yes, and I forgotten that you have to practice your vocabulary, and the best thing how to do it is writing, and I really recommend you to write your own stories in English that you can publish on your own English podcast, and it can be fun for you. What else? Yes, we can start this main topic. We can start the main topic of this episode, and it's about Augustus. It's the news episode of my series about ancient Rome, and we can start. I want to talk with Microsoft Copilot right now, and we have to wait. I'm streaming and recording on my YouTube channel via OBS Studio. New video episode of my podcast. Right, people, all interesting information about Augustus. Now, people, we have to wait. I'm a little tired because my summer vacation has been ended, and I have to find the system how to live in this episode of my life again. But don't worry, with my new very fast fiber optic internet via electric poles, it's no problem. I can upload it everything so quickly then that I can really change my life, and is a big change and a big improvement for my Peter's English podcast. But let's go back to the main topic, that is an interesting information about Augustus. And here is the message from Microsoft Copilot, because I want to talk with my digital co-host that is Microsoft Copilot. Welcome, Microsoft Copilot. Here's everything you need for your new video episode of Peter's English podcast about Augustus, the first Roman emperor. Perfect for streaming and recording via OBS Studio. Episode title: Augustus, the first Roman emperor. Power, peace, and propaganda. No, I don't need episode description. No, I'm streaming and recording on my YouTube channel. I don't need any description. I need a lot of interesting information. Not information, but information. As you can see, you have to describe what you want from Microsoft Copilot or other AI chatbots, because it's not so easy. And now I hope that everything will be better. Here is our, or not. Yes, here is. Absolutely, Peter. Here's a rich stream of fascinating facts, achievement, and legacy insight about Augustus. Perfect for captivating your YouTube audience during your podcast episode. Who was Augustus? Born Gaius Octavius in 63 BC. He was the great nephew and adopted son of Julius Caesar. After Caesar's assassination in 44 BC, Octavian inherited his name, estate, and political clout. In 27 BC, the Senate gave him the title Augustus, meaning the revered one, marking the birth of the Roman Empire. Rise to power. Formed the second triumvirate with Mark Antony and Lepidus to defeat Caesar's assassins at the Battle of Philippi in 42 BC. Later he defeated Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium in 41 BC, annexing Egypt into the empire. Became sole ruler of Rome, but cleverly avoided the title dictator, calling himself Princeps, first citizen. That's interesting. What do you think? Augustus' achievements. Empire building. He doubled the size of the Roman Empire, adding Egypt, Hispania, the Balkans, and more. Peace. He initiated the Pax Romana, a 200-year era of peace and prosperity. Government. He reformed the Senate, created a professional bureaucracy, and introduced fair taxation. Military. Created the Praetorian Guard, reformed the army, and settled veterans in colonies. Infrastructure. He built roads, aqueducts, bridges, and transformed Rome in architecture. People don't sleep. It's something interesting for you. Culture. He was patron of Virgil, Horace, and Livy, promoted Roman values through literature and art. Law on society. He passed laws to encourage marriage and childbirth and reinforce traditional Roman morals. Family drama and succession. He was married 3 times. His final wife, Livia Drusilla, was a powerful political partner. His only daughter, Julia, was exiled for scandalous behavior. Many heirs died. A young, eventually Tiberius, Livia's son, became his successor. Death and legacy. Died peacefully in 14 AD at age 75 in the arms of Livia. Left behind the res gestae divi Augusti, a public record of his achievements. His ashes were placed in the mausoleum of Augustus in Rome. Posthumously defeated as Divus Augustus. The month of August is named in his honor. His reign laid the foundation for countries of imperial rule and cultural unity. Famous quote: I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. Augustus. Yes, now we can talk about the scandal of his daughter. This can be something interesting for you. We can talk about the scandal of his daughter in the live stream. Perfect topic for a live stream, Peter. The scandal of Julia the Elder. Augustus' only biological daughter is packed with drama, politics, and personal tragedy. Here's a deep dive you can share with your audience. Julia the Elder, the disgraced princess of Rome. Background. Born in 39 BC to Augustus and his second wife Scribonia. On the very day Julia was born, Augustus divorced Scribonia, claiming she was too slavish. Raised by her stepmother Livia Drusilla, who may have resented her and favored her own sons, including Tiberius. Political pawn. Julia's marriages were strategic. First to Marcellus, Augustus' nephew. He died young. then to Marcus Agrippa, Augustus' close friend and general. They had 5 children. Finally, she was forced to marry Tiberius, Livia's son, whom she despised. The scandal. This topic about scandal are interesting, are they? We can talk about it. The scandal. Despite being intelligent, cultured, and charming, Julia became infamous for her extramarital affairs. Her lovers allegedly included Iulus Antonius, son of Mark Antony. These affairs violated Augustus' strict morality laws, the Leges Juliae, which criminalized adultery. Rumors swirled that her behavior was public and provocative, even hosting wild parties on the Roman Forum. Exile and tragedy. In 2 BC, Augustus made a painful decision. He exiled Julia to the barren island of Pandatoria, modern Ventotene. She lived in isolation, forbidden from wine and male visitors. Later moved to Regium in southern Italy, where she died in AD 14, the same year Augustus passed away. Legacy and irony. Julia was the mother of future emperors and empresses, Gaius and Lucius Caesar. Augustus intended heirs. Agrippina the elder, mother of Caligula, grandmother of Nero. Despite her disgrace, her bloodline shaped the Julio-Claudian dynasty. Augustus' famous quote, "I have 2 wayward daughters to deal with, the Roman people and Julia Augustus." This scandal is a perfect example of how personal life and politics collided in ancient Rome. Want to spice up your stream with a dramatic reenactment or no? We can explain. Yes, this can be very interesting to explain what's Julio-Claudian dynasty. This topic can be interesting. Great question, Peter. The Julio-Claudian dynasty was the first imperial dynasty of the Roman Empire and is packed with drama, ambition, and unforgettable emperors. Perfect for your podcast audience. What is the Julio-Claudian dynasty? The Julio-Claudian dynasty refers to the first 5 emperors of Rome who ruled from 27 BC to AD 68. Augustus, 27 BC, 14 AD. Notable traits: founder of the empire, ushered in Pax Romana. Tiberius, 14 AD, 47 AD. Stern, paranoid, and reclusive in later years. Caligula, 37 until 41 AD. Infamous for madness, extravagance, and cruelty. Claudius, 54. Intelligent, expanded empire overcame disability. Nero, AD 54-68, known for artistic obsessions, tyranny, and Rome's Great Fire. Why Julio-Claudian? Name comes from 2 aristocratic Roman families: Iulius Caesares, Julius Caesar's family, Claudi Nerones, Tiberius family. Augustus was adopted by Julius Caesar, linking him to the Julii. Tiberius, Augustus' adopted son, came from the Claudi. Later emperors were connected through blood of adoption, not direct father-to-son succession. Key of features of the dynasty: adoption as succession strategy. Since many emperors lacked biological heirs, they adopted promising relatives. Family drama, betrayals, exiles like Julia, murders, and political marriages were common. Cultural legacy, patronage of literature, architecture, and Roman law flourished. Decline. Nero's erratic rule led to rebellion and his suicide, ending the dynasty in AD 68. People, yes, these are the facts, and these facts are really interesting. And what else we can? Why he adopted Tiberius? This is a very good question. Why did Augustus adopt Tiberius? Tiberius, yes. This is a very good question. Augustus adopted Tiberius in AD 4 as a strategic move to secure the succession of the Roman Empire, but it wasn't his first choice, and the story is full of twists and political calculation. Why did Augustus adopt Tiberius? Loss of preferred heirs. Augustus originally wanted his grandsons Gaius and Lucius Caesar, sons of Julia and Agrippa, to succeed him. Both died young, Gaius in AD 4 and Lucius in AD 2, leaving Augustus without a direct heir. Tiberius' military success. Tiberius had proven himself as a brilliant general, conquered Pannonia, Dalmatia, Raetia, and parts of Germania, helped to secure the empire's northern frontier. His experience made him a strong candidate for leadership. Political stability. Augustus needed someone mature, capable, and connected to the imperial family. Tiberius was his stepson through Livia Drusilla and had already held high offices. Adopting a Tiberius ensured continuity and legitimacy for the Julio-Claudian dynasty. A condition: adopt Germanicus. Augustus didn't fully trust Tiberius to be popular with the Roman people, so he made Tiberius adopt Germanicus, his charismatic nephew, as a backup heir. This move was meant to balance Tiberius' stern reputation with Germanicus' charm. Personal cost. Tiberius had to divorce his beloved wife Vipsania to marry Augustus' daughter Julia, a deeply unhappy and scandalous marriage. He accepted adoption reluctantly and later ruled with increasing bitterness and isolation. So, Augustus adopted Tiberius not out of affection, but out of necessity and strategy. It was a calculated move to preserve the empire and the dynasty, and it worked, at least for a while. Want to explore how Tiberius ruled after... Yes. Or this can be the next episode, I think. Yes. I think that this can be the next episode, or not. We can talk about it. What do you think, people? Have you time? Yeah, why not? We can have. Yes. Right. Interesting information about Tiberius. We can continue, and I'm doing, and I want to do it, and I want to do it, but it's working. Is our internet working or not? No, it's not. Yes, internet is working but Microsoft Copilot isn't working. What happened to you? We can do it again, or we can end this episode. We'll see. Yeah, here is a treasure trove of fascinating facts about Tiberius, the second Roman emperor. Perfect for your live stream, Peter. Early life and family drama. Born in 42 BC as Tiberius Claudius Nero into the powerful Claudian family. His mother Livia Drusilla divorced his father while pregnant to marry Augustus, making Augustus his stepfather. Tiberius was raised in a politically charged household alongside Augustus' daughter Julia, whom he was later forced to marry, a deeply unhappy union. Military genius. Tiberius was one of Rome's most successful generals before becoming emperor. Led campaigns in Pannonia, Dalmatia, Raetia and part of Germania, securing Rome's northern frontier. Recovered lost legion standards from Parthia, earning immense respect. Political career and reluctant emperor. Became quaestor at 17, then fast-tracked to praetor and consul by Augustus. After the deaths of Augustus' grandsons Gaius and Lucius, Tiberius was adopted as heir in AD 4. Became emperor in AD 14, but ruled with reluctance and suspicion, never truly embracing power. Reclusive rule and Capri retreat. In AD 26, Tiberius left Rome and ruled remotely from the island of Capri, living in luxurious Villa Jovis. Food, this is interesting. Grew increasingly paranoid, relying on his Praetorian prefect Sejanus from he later executed for treason. His reign became darker, marked by treason trials, fear and isolation. Personal tragedies. Forced to divorce his beloved wife Vipsania Agrippina to marry Julia, a move that devastated him emotionally. That's terrible. After seeing this Vipsania in public post-divorce, he reportedly broke down in tears. His son Drusus died in AD 23, and his adopted heir Germanicus died mysteriously in AD 19. Both losses deep in his gloom. Achievement and legacy. Maintained and expanded Roman borders, especially in Germania. Implemented fiscal reforms, reducing excessive spending and taxation, or I cannot read it. Improved Roman roads and infrastructure, including aqueducts and bridges. Supported literature and history. Writers like Velleius Paterculus thrived during his reign. Left the imperial treasury with 20 times more wealth than he inherited. Death and succession. Died in AD 47 at age 77, possibly by natural causes, through rumors of foul play circulated. Succeeded by his grandnephew and adopted grandson Caligula, son of Germanicus. Denied divine honors after death. Remembered as a gloomy, reclusive and feared ruler. Famous quote by Pliny the Elder. Tiberius was the gloomiest of men. Tiberius is a fascinating figure, a brilliant general, reluctant emperor and tragic soul. Want to explore the mystery of Germanicus' death, of the madness of Caligula next? Your audience will be hooked. I don't know Marconius. I don't know Marconius. I wanted to tell. I don't know Microsoft Copilot, but I think for this time is the end. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. What do you think about this information found it by Microsoft Copilot? There are. I don't know if you have understood something. Because my English is so Slovak, but I don't care. I wanted to share with you that you have to practice it for every day, and learning English and doing a podcast can be fun, and I really recommend you to do it. And don't forget to write your own stories in English and publish it in your podcast, and create your own novel like me. And in the end of the episode, if you don't like my work, don't care about me, please. And who likes my work, perfect, follow me, write me, read my novel Viera Diary. Bye bye!